Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to the channel. TammyTalks here. Let's talk Young, Famous, and African Season 2, Episodes 7, 8, and 9. If you're brand new to the channel, I break down TV shows, both scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So, if you enjoy that type of content, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, share with a friend, like the video, comment down below your favorite parts of these episodes. Yeah, all that good stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. So for the first two groups of recaps, I broke down and went kind of episode by episode. I'm gonna do that kind of loosely this time because I didn't take notes from these three episodes. Episode 7 is right off the heels of Zari's party. So Connie thinks it's a good idea for everybody to go on a trip, right? So we're on this trip. While we're on the trip, Louis and Swanky still are going kind of back to back. Swanky gives him a shirt that said that he has like 78 different personalities. It was childish. Swanky is really acting as if he does not understand why this is such a big deal. He doesn't understand why it's rude. He doesn't understand why it's childish. And Swanky is the epitome of hurt people hurt people. So because Swanky doesn't have his best friend in Annie, Swanky's feelings are hurt because of what Annie said, which we still don't know what that is. But because his feelings are hurt from whatever Annie said, he's literally taking it out on Louis, who has become a punching bag. For whatever reason, both of Andile's baby mamas are there. Like, what is going on? Or was it just Rosette? I think they both were there. The show, there's too much going on. There's too much unnecessary going on. We've gotten away from the main cast. Where is Connie's boyfriend? Where is Connie's daughter? What does Connie do? What does Zari do? Right? We know that these are wealthy women. Zari is Zari the boss lady. What do you do? We ain't seen you have a board meeting or nothing. We have seen you do nothing. We know that Connie is an actress. Ain't seen her pick up a script or even have a fake meeting with her management team. There's too much going on, too much of nothing. While they are on this trip, Louis confides in Andile and kind of lets him know that the reason he wants a family so bad is because he was on Big Brother Africa. During the taping of that season, he had sex. Because he had sex, he was excommunicated from the church. When he was excommunicated from the church, he ended up, losing his family in the process. So he feels alone in the world. So that's why he wants this baby. But he said under no circumstances did he tell Connie to go and ask Zari for her eggs. That's not what happened. That's not what happened at all, according to him. We saw that him and Zari had it out. Zari was offended. Zari feels disrespected, as she should, if somebody is like, yeah, I just really want your eggs. As she should. She should feel disrespected and upset and all the other kind of stuff. No one's taking that away from her. So now we have a better understanding of Andile. A better understanding of Louis. And it's like now everybody is back on his side. And it's like, what? This makes no sense. While they're on this trip, we also see Connie tell Naked to have a trailer proposal. What's a trailer proposal, y'all? He sat up there and embarrassed Kaylee, knowing good and goddamn well that he was not proposing to her. He had a trailer proposal, which was so that he could see how she would react and how she's going to feel when he actually does propose. That ain't the stupidest shit ever? What? Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on, Naked. Come on, Naked. You can't be this damn dumb, considering you have been married twice. You have been married twice. Did you do trailer proposals with the first two women? I don't think so. I don't think you did. Connie out on the beach looking like an extra out of a Missy Elliott video. There is so much going on this trip. They get back and Kaylee is excited but confused. So she's talking to, some of the people like, I think I got proposed to, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure, but I think I got proposed to, but there's no ring. So I'm not going to tell anybody until there's a ring. Sis, you're not engaged. You didn't get proposed to. You're not engaged. You know that. We know that. Naked knows that. So let's act like it didn't happen. Okay? He didn't even give you like a promise ring. He didn't even give you a pinky ring, a thumb ring, a toe ring. He didn't give you an onion ring. You are not engaged. You're not engaged. Then we see at the end, well, then they talk about the trailer proposal, and he's like, it's a trailer proposal. So now she feels away because it's like, why do you need to test out how I'm going to feel? Most people, when they get engaged, they just propose. They just do it. So I understand the way Kaylee is feeling. But at the same time, sis, that told you that man is not going to propose to you. And I need you to understand that, receive that, and be okay with that. But he is not going to propose to you. He's not. He's not. He's not going to propose to you. That's not what he wants right now. He's been married twice. He's worried about what he's going to do within himself. He's not ready. The end of episode 9, we then see him put together this very beautiful thing with roses, and he went and got the light up letters to spell out love, and he presents her with a box with a key. Y'all didn't live together? Y'all, when I saw that they didn't live together, he gave her a key. Kaylee, if you want to be married, sis, it's not going to happen with Naked. It's not going to happen with Quentin. It's not. You know that. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know it. You're holding on because you might really love this man. You might really, really, really want a future with him, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So the moment that you fully understand that and you make peace with that will be the happiest day of your life. Let's talk Fantana before that, Andile. Andile with these baby mamas. So Andile clearly likes Rosette more than Seba, right? To me at least. I know some people saw it a different way, but he clearly likes my lotion. He clearly likes Rosette more than Seba. So he goes and she brings the kids over. And as usual, every time we see the two of them together, she makes a bunch of like little jokes about, oh, let's do mommy kisses. And mommy wants kisses too. And let's get back together. We have seen her say it all throughout this season. So that's telling me she wants to get back together with you. She wants to get back together. Meanwhile, Andile has had it set in his mind that he wants to be with Seba. So while he's sitting there with Rosette and they're sipping champagne while the kids play in the background, he asks her, how would you feel if I got back with Seba? Why would you ask her that? Why would you ask her that? Y'all just have to co-parent. How she feels about y'all getting back together is so irrelevant. She doesn't have to like it. She just has to respect it and acknowledge it. That's all she has to do. Respect it and acknowledge it. So he then asks her if she's serious about the two of them getting back together. Everything is weird. It's awkward. So then she is like, seriously, like she wants to get together with him, get back with him, but then she decides to play it off as if she really doesn't because he's not as receptive. She said, well, Seba's going to start going back to, treating me a certain way. She didn't treat me nice when y'all were together. Because apparently Seba blames Rosette for, the dissolution of their relationship. So then Andile meets up with Seba and tells her, what do you want? What do you want to do? She was like, no, what do you want to do? You jump started this. You went and called me and brought me out of the corner. What is it that you want to do? And Andile is such a fuck boy, and he thinks that because he walks around with collar shirts and blazers, and he speaks very softly and very, very concisely and clearly, that he thinks that if I talk like this and I point out everybody else's flaws, people will understand that I'm not the problem here. My goal is like, that's what he does. He talks like that because he wants to deflect and make himself seem like the smartest man in the room, so people will ignore his fuckboy ways. Not over here. I see it. I clocked it. I'm not entertained by it. I'm not moved by it. So he then basically tells Saba, we can't get together because Rosette wants to get back with me, and now I'm really considering that. Like, the nerve. The nerve. So then when her face drops, then now he's like, well, now I'm conflicted. You don't want to be with either one of them. You want to be with Zari. And since you can't be with Zari, now you're just going back and forth and doing whatever. But this is also the same man that is idolizing Tubaba. You idolize Innocent. Not their marriage, because you think that they have this amazing, loving marriage. It's because Annie has blind loyalty to Innocent. Annie is blindly loyal to Tubaba, and that's what you want. You want a woman that's going to be blindly and in love with you and follow behind everything you do, while you get to go ahead and treat her like shit and be the fuck boy that you really want to be. That's what that is. Miss me with it. Miss me with it. This Fantana and Zari situation blows me. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. They meet up. Every time they're together, they're arguing for one. But they meet up, and Nadia says she performs in strip clubs for the most part. Cool. That's the vibe that she likes to give. She feels that her music is best placed there, apparently. So they're at her rehearsals. And all the ladies are there. Annie came in looking like an extra out of an LL Cool J video, sis. But they're all there, and it turns into an argument from a continuation of an argument that has been going on between Fantana and Zari for the first 6 episodes. Fantana continues to say, well, Diamond told me this, Di told me this, and if I told you what he told me, you would be somewhere crying. You would have a stroke. Y'all can say that Zari started this, but really Fantana did. Fantana came with all this energy towards her because of what Diamond put into Fantana's head. Fantana heard other people say that, oh, Zari and Diamond are so close and all this other stuff. So she had an issue with it too. That's why. She met it, like Zari told Fantana that Diamond had a girlfriend. So Fantana meets up with Diamond, and she has fucking Rosette there. Rosette don't know what's going on. Diamond don't know who Rosette is. Didn't know that was Andile's baby mama. I'm like, so are y'all all really friends? Or not, because everybody else seems to know all the baby mamas. Diamond sits up there and tells Fantana that he does not have a girlfriend. Rosette will say, yes, he does. Yes, he does. Fantana is digmatized. So even though everybody else is telling her, and all these other women have confirmed, Connie, Diamond, Zari, Rosette, that he does indeed have a girlfriend, Fantana is going to ignore her because Diamond told her with his sunglasses on to hide his eyes that he don't have a girlfriend. Rosette was like, take a picture and post her then. Did that picture ever get posted? Was that picture posted, y'all? Was it posted? So they're at the strip club, and it's once again just a bitch fest. They're going back and forth. She's calling Zari a cougar. Is a cougar a derogatory term? Zari didn't care about that. She's calling her a cougar, saying that she doesn't have money, calling her broke, saying she wears fake stuff. Zari is calling Fantana a young slut and beneath her and all this other type of stuff. They're going back and forth all because Fantana has a problem with Zari being Diamond's baby mama. That's the real issue. The real issue is Diamond is making a fool of you, Fantana. Zari's not going anywhere. They have young children together. We can all see how close they are, right? It's not just Zari that's doing that. It's Diamond as well. If Zari is in a room, Diamond is ignoring everybody. We saw season 1, Diamond feels that she's the one that got away. So they're going back and forth, arguing, looking like completely silly because, Fantana, you are fighting over a man that is not claiming you. He just wants to fuck. Have y'all gone out on a date? Have y'all gone out on a date? Or have you just been to his house, into his studio, and that's it? Fantana likes to say that she doesn't need Diamond and she has a roster and I got 4 or 5 different men. He's just one of mine. I don't even need him. You keep doing all of that. If that was the case, you wouldn't be constantly fighting Zari about this. If Diamond was just a nigga you was fucking on the low, one of your rosters, just another notch in the old bedpost, you wouldn't be doing everything that you're doing, sis. You wouldn't. You think you're in a relationship with this man and you are just the bitch that he fucks from time to time. To put it in his terms. That's what you are. Connie doesn't like the fighting, so she decides to plan a lunch with Swanky, Zari, Diamond, and Fantana. Fantana is on her Annie. I don't have nothing to even say to her. Why am I here? I don't want to be around her. Relax. You keep saying how much of a boss you are. You can sit there and talk this out. Because, Fantana, you were the problem. You're the one that came in telling Zari, oh, well, I know so much about you, and you want to have a baby with Diamond, and you're obsessed with Diamond. You did too much. You could have just kept fucking that man in silence, but no. You wanted to assert some type of dominance over Zari. You will never be above her. That is the mother of his kids. You will never have a place above her. They're at this lunch. Diamond comes in, completely throws Fantana under the bus. He's acting like, I don't know anything about that. I would never talk about Zari. I could never disrespect her. Zari is asking him point blank, did you say what? Because there's a reason. There is a reason, and Zari's not stupid, but there's a reason that Fantana feels emboldened to get on here and say whatever she wants to say, and the reason that she talks about me the way that she does. There is a reason behind that. You have emboldened this woman to feel that she can come at me like that. So there's some truth to what she's saying. But see, Fantana played her card too early. You came in right after you slept with Diamond. You came in doing all the bumping of the gums. All of it. You came in doing all of this for no reason, Zari. For no reason. All for Diamond to sit up in front of you and throw you under the bus. Then not for her voice to start cracking. I don't want any issues. No, what happened to all the fight that you had the day before? You were ready to drag her ass to and fro, right? But now Diamond is in front of you, and you see the type of man that he is. You see how this man is treating you. Deny. You thought he was gonna have your back for some reason. He's not gonna admit to Zari that he was talking shit about her. He's not gonna admit it. So then at the end of episode 9, Zari is dropping off the kids so they can see their father. And she asks him, How did Fantana know that I wanted to have another baby with you? And I think that's just because Zari probably wants another child and wants her kids to have the same father. Even though we know that she has, like, I think another baby daddy, because she has 5 kids total, right? So she probably has one or two other baby daddies. She probably just wants to have, maybe she feels like they make cute kids together. But they're doing it surrogate, so it's not that big of a, it's not like they're trying to, she doesn't want to lay down with him to have the baby. But Zari even asked him that. Diamond sits up there and lies as if the shit was not on tape. It was on camera. You were on camera. He sits up there and lies, and it's like, no, I didn't tell her that. She told me that because I thought you said it during the toast. Again, Zari's not stupid. She clocked that, and she told him, basically, quit talking about me to these heifers. Whatever y'all got going. But don't bring me into that shit because it always gets back to me. I always find out the real. I always find out what the situation is. Don't let this shit come back to me. Basically, keep your bitches in line. Fantana got too comfortable. She really thought that she was doing something, and that's not what Zari was on. She wasn't ready for Zari. She wasn't ready for Diamond to, basically throw her under the bus. She wasn't ready for that. She wasn't ready for it. So then he meets up with Fantana at the very end. And she's like, I don't even remember why I was mad at him. Because he embarrassed your ass and made you look stupid. That's why. He basically called you a liar in front of everybody. Even though they didn't believe it because they know that that stuff had to come from somewhere. Then Fantana to be saying, why don't you know that Malawi is in Africa? Why don't you know that? Whatever. If there's a season 3, don't bring Fantana back. Don't. Lewis can come back. Don't bring Fantana back. Then finally we have Annie and Swanky. Swanky meets up with the guys. They're playing soccer. He asks Tubaba, why didn't you step in when me and Annie were going through whatever we were going through? Tubaba he feels disrespected by that. He's offended by that. He's offended by that. Of course, because he's offended by everything. Everything is disrespectful to him. Everything, anybody ask him any question is disrespectful to him. But he basically told Swanky because that's between y'all. I didn't know anything was going on. So that means you don't talk to your wife. Because your wife is not cool with her best friend and y'all stylists right now. And you don't know anything that's going on? Okay. Tubaba tells Annie about this after she basically pried it out of him. And now she's just so upset. This is disrespectful. He's our senior. We're elders. He's a kid. And it's like, girl, you do all that talking. People only do that much talking and bumping of the gums when they're wrong. And Andile feels the need to, let's put this to rest. Swanky and Annie, they're family. Annie is going through so much. Who gives a fuck what Annie is going through? That doesn't give her license to be rude to people. Let me find out that Andile really want Annie. Let me find out that he done turned his sights away from Zari and they're focused on Annie because that's really the energy that he's giving. He organizes a sit down with Annie and Swanky. Annie, of course, doesn't want to come because she's disrespected. She's now disrespected because Swanky disrespected Innocent. They sit down, and Swanky is once again telling her, I heard you, and I know what I heard with my own ears. Now, Annie is still denying this. Very, very, very clearly denying this. Getting loud, asking him, give me the date, give me the time. Then she tried to get some sympathy. She said, when I saw the event and I wasn't there and I wasn't invited, I was sitting in the hotel and I was crying like a baby. Swanky was like, I'm going to tell you why you weren't invited. Because of what you said about me. I know what I heard. Swanky said, "You're not going to play in my face. I know what I heard." Annie is still denying this while taking her glasses on and off. She would take her glasses off, right? To tell him how she was hurt. But whenever she had to respond back to what he was saying, or, to his claims, she would put those glasses back on to hide her eyes while she lied. They're yelling back and forth. He asks her why she's fighting with everybody. Says you're fighting with your in-laws, you're fighting with your management, you're fighting with your friends, you're fighting with your husband. Annie is so offended by that. Andile is offended by that. Don't put her business out there. According to everybody else, it was already in the blogs that she was fighting with her in-laws. So it's not putting her business out there in front of the cameras. And that's when I knew right then and there that they are on this show, not so they can really have a real reality show. It's just so that they can have a show. Because for Andile to say, "Why are you getting deep like this in front of the cameras?" Because this is what the cameras are catching. Reality TV. But it shows that a lot of this show was scripted. That was the moment that I guess Swanky went off script. So then finally, Annie is like, "I said what I said because I was so hurt because she was beefing with her in-laws about something. She got depressed. She said she wanted to unalive herself. And so she said that what she said was out of anger." So here's my thing. You know that you said some shit. You could have said that from jump when y'all had the first meeting. And this is why I don't fuck with Annie. You sat up there and lied constantly over and over and over and denied and told everybody else that Swanky did this to you for you to finally admit, because he done pulled your card about you're doing this to everybody now, for you to finally admit, "Okay, I did it because I was hurt and I was, I said it from a place of anger." That's bullshit. That is bullshit. And I kind of feel like Swanky forgave her for that and he's cool and everything now. But I kind of feel like Swanky don't trust her. Because who's to say she's not going to get mad again at something else because she has whatever else going on in her life and in her family and throw your ass under the bus again. But notice it came down to, I said this out of anger. I said this because I was going through this. I was going through this. This was happening to me. And then it turned into, "I'm sorry, let's just forget about it. We both were wrong." She barely took accountability. Just barely. Just barely. And that is why I don't like Annie. It's because she does all this shit, and then when shit really gets, held, when her feet are held to the fire, then she likes to quickly, "Well, let's just move on from it. Let's just get past it. Let's move on." No, let's talk about the fact that you felt comfortable enough to sit and talk shit about me. We're supposed to be friends. We're supposed to be friends. Like Andile said when he met with Swanky, think about how her kids are doing. No, Annie should think about how her kids are feeling about the fact that Uncle Swanky is not coming around. So I hope that Andile was listening and heard that Annie was the problem in this situation. Annie did start this. Annie did cause this. She half-assed admitted it. But how can anybody trust her now when she sat up there and lied and lied and lied and denied, all to finally be like, "Okay, damn, I did say it. But you know what? Let's move past it. I just want my friend back." Get the fuck. Get the fuck. But that was really what happened the last 3 episodes. If the show comes back season 3, I hope we actually see them do something. And when I mean see them do something, I'm talking, let's see them work. Let's see them actually do something. These are actresses and actors and musicians. And what is Kaylee? Kaylee's a model. Like Swanky's a stylist. They all do something. Let's see them do it. as opposed to just watching them drink champagne and eat fruit all the time, because it was always fruit, and then argue about the same argument over and over and over and over. It was an entertaining season, I will say that. But let me know what you guys thought about season 2 as a whole, episode 7 through 9 for sure. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, thumbs up the video, share with a friend, hit that notification bell, hop in the comment section, and I will catch you guys in the next one for something else. I always do the wrong side. Peace.